yeah, it was, so at a certain point, like, I guess I'm a little naive. I mean, I didn't realize the divide around Trump. I just felt the guy's saying some interesting things. I believe in people doing tshuva. Like, okay, maybe he was a jerk, maybe whatever. Like, he's saying, like, really good things. So I'm just going to say maybe Hashem gave him the desire to do tshuva, and, like, I'll give it a shot. So then I continued to think that the things he was saying were interesting. Okay, whatever it was. At a certain point, maybe I slipped to a few people at Maharat that I was supportive of Trump and, would have some conversations like that. So when it came time for the election, I don't know if everybody remembers that fateful night, and then, like, the next day, all the millennials needed therapy. So, of course, at Maharat, there was a therapy session scheduled right away. And it happened to be that so we always had to have, like, sessions with the psychologist. I mean, what smicha program has a psychologist on board that needs to meet with everybody all the time? So I had a meeting with the psychologist, a regular scheduled thing. And I said, I'm not going to go to that. It's, like, obnoxious for me to go to that. It's like a morning circle for Trump winning. Like, I'm not going to go. She's like, no, you should go. It's important for people to hear each other. So I said, are you serious? Okay, I'll go. So I Zoom in, it was a Zoom. People are telling their stories about how sad they are and how they can't live another day and whatever. What are they going to tell their kids? So I prepared. I thought this was perfect. I prepared, okay, I'll give a little window into what I like about Trump, but I'll say it in a way that maybe they'll really connect. So I said, I just want to say, like, it is surprising, but I think it can give us a good insight into when we do chesed to others, sometimes it can be patronizing, like welfare and all these things. Like, it doesn't always make people feel good. People were surprised by how many minorities voted for Trump. And I think that the reasoning for that is that people were inspired because he was always saying, you can make yourself more successful. Americans can all be successful and create a future for themselves. And I think people were inspired by that. So I just think that could account for why so many minorities voted for him. So then I was zooming, like, right across from the main camera was, like, the psychologist and the woman facilitating the program. And she was like, by the way, when I was talking, somebody walked out of the room. I don't think this is, like, the place to defend why we voted for one person or another. It's just really not appropriate. And I was looking at the psychologist who, like, an hour before had told me to come, and I was waiting for her to, say. I asked her to come and, like, share. Nothing. Blank face. So I said, okay, that's interesting. And so she's like, can you please just, I think it was inappropriate that you did that. So I was like, okay. Then the next woman, she's like, I have to go tonight to talk to my students at Columbia. I don't know what I'm going to say to them. I can't face them. Like, they're about to go into the world. Like, what kind of world am I telling them they're living in? So the woman who just told me to shut up is like, look, sometimes all they need is just, like, a little authenticity. Just be authentic with them. Like, show them how you feel. Let them know, because they'll really appreciate it. I literally looked at the room of women, and I just clicked, like, exit, and I never went back. That was it. I was like, oh my God, like, forget about the Jewish stuff. Forget about how nuts these women were. Forget about everything. How unself-aware, and then to call yourselves the authentic ones, I couldn't handle it. That was it.
Because this was just after that she had berated you for being your authentic self, quote unquote.
Yeah, exactly.